So I am getting my third treatment of Kybella today, and this is my face right before the procedure. By no means am I an expert in cosmetic procedures. Anything said now or in the future are all from my own personal experiences of getting any of the following procedures or from the company website of the products. For more in-depth information, talking to a medical professional who specializes in this stuff is probably your best bet. Even though I am a nurse, my views are coming from the patient's perspective only. But if you want to get an idea of what it is like after you leave the office and get a ballpark of how ridiculous you are going to look before everything heals, or just want to see how I personally handled everything, keep watching. Phew. So I get 2 vials per treatment, so those are all the syringes that I'm going to be getting injected today. First part is they put this little, kind of like a temporary tattoo on that has little markers. They look like the little dot candies, but it just tells the injector like where to inject the product, and then you are going to just hold ice under your chin to numb the area a bit. So a quick rundown of Kybella. It is pretty expensive. You're probably looking to spend about $1,300 to $2,500, but that's because the procedure is permanent. And what Kybella does is that once it's injected into a fatty area, it destroys the fat cells, and those areas can no longer accumulate fat. It is a multi-step process, so depending on how much fat you have there determines how many sessions you'll need, and it's 8 weeks apart in between sessions. So for me, it didn't really hurt that bad. The pain kind of occurred once the procedure was done, and honestly, it was kind of like a burning sensation, but it only lasted a minute. The issue with Kybella is that the healing process is bad, so it just takes a long time. You're going to look swollen for a couple weeks, and it just feels uncomfortable, honestly, more than anything. But I didn't think it was too bad. Pain is the thing that people complain about the most, but I don't know. I feel like my pain tolerance is pretty high, but it really wasn't bad, I thought. So now we're all done with injecting, and I'm not too swollen here afterwards. When I first got my first treatment of Kybella, this is when I actually felt the pain. It was a delayed reaction, and it was that kind of burning sensation. But I'm just going to get cleaned off and going to get some lunch now. This is when I got home right before lunch, about 30 minutes after the procedure. So I have some more swelling. It hurt just to kind of turn my neck. Like when I was driving, I had to move my whole body over. But you can see that it is swelling more underneath, does feel a little more firm, and I'm a bit red from those little poke marks. So in preparation for the procedure, just to avoid increased swelling or bleeding, try to avoid caffeine, alcohol, or salty foods. But if you're like me and you don't care, because everyone knows you do stuff to your face, it's fine. Everyone has to wear a mask anyway, so it's not like you can see anything, but whatever. So this is when it starts to get uncomfortable. This is about 2 hours, and I am clearly a lot more swollen. It's honestly more so discomfort than pain. It just feels like there's a softball under your chin, and you just look really funny. So the night post-procedure, I am just going to take some Arnica and put it underneath my chin. And Arnica is just a homeopathic herb that decreases bruising and swelling. And this one is by First Aid Beauty, and it is the Arnica Relief and Rescue Mask. So you can see how much more swollen I got since the beginning of the day. Again, more so uncomfortable than painful. Underneath my chin, it feels hard and it is tender, but it isn't, pain-wise isn't bad. Like I said before, it's more uncomfortable. So now I'm taking my mask that feels so good because it came out of my beauty fridge, and going to rub it in underneath my chin where it's the most swollen. And then I'm going to go to bed. So honestly, this is the worst day and the worst part. You just feel yucky, you're so swollen. And this is what I mean when I say it's ironic, because this is what the healing process is like, and you get this to get rid of your double chin, but this is what you look like your chin and your neck become one. So it's like the opposite of what you are trying to do, but honestly, in the end, I think it's so worth it, and I would do it again, like if I had the chance, like to go back in time. Because of how expensive it is, I was going back and forth for a long time, but even though I lost a bunch of weight, I still had a little bit of a double chin that I would see every now and then. I just got self-conscious. By no means am I saying that you need to get this done. If someone is really self-conscious about something, they're going to do what they are going to do. I will be the first person to tell you that you are beautiful just how you are and you don't need fillers or anything like that, but no one really truly understands why you're self-conscious about the things that you are, and if you need a little help to boost your self-confidence, then I am all for it. So yeah, I hope this helps, and any questions, send them to me in a DM on Instagram,